Your stock is way down. You've been criticized left and right.
But look on the bright side.
I mean, why are you doing this?
Always look on the bright side of life.
Yes.
But besides that,
Yes. I mean,
how's your day?
what motivates you to do this?
Was the offer good?
Quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left. I always thought the left, or Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful. I've never done anything harmful. I've only done productive things.
So Elon Musk just broke the Guinness World Record for the most amount of net worth lost in a short amount of time. That man is going broke, y'all. He's actually going broke. The boycotts is working. He's going broke. From December till now, which back then he was accredited to being worth almost $400 billion, he has lost half of his net worth. Half of his net worth. Ouch. Honestly, somebody should have told Elon that anything that attaches itself to Donald Trump is going to result in a bankrupt. And everybody's saying that's the real reason why this man, Elon, was crying on Fox News. He was crying. He's crying because all of his wealth, all of his riches is tied up into Tesla stocks. He bought Twitter with Tesla stocks, meaning if he loses all of his money, he also loses X, which, to be honest, go ahead and bring it back to how it used to be. Y'all can literally go and fact check this. It's right here on the internet. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and Twitter, which, by the way, it's really funny how they're not even respecting the fact that he calls it X now, but becomes the first person to ever lose $200 billion from his net worth. His loss was primarily due to a drop in Tesla's share price. We told y'all holding them funds. I told y'all holding them funds was going to make a difference. I told you that this is what's going to make an oligarchy respond. It's going to put some fire under their asses. I told you, taking away their money. That's why Donald Trump was talking about, oh, I'm gonna go and buy a Tesla, and was trying to generate, I guess, sales in Tesla, and then also trying to make it seem like, or tell the people of America that boycotting, you understand, Tesla was illegal, that it was unjust. That's the reason why this man is really losing his money, and it's a domino effect, y'all. Do you know how many people have their money tied up into this shit? You know how many people got their money tied up into this? Like elite people that was expecting an expected payout. They was expecting money in their pockets. Yeah. We got to keep on doing what we doing. And again, like I said, somebody should have told Elon that anybody who attaches themselves to Donald Trump, see, his father was the mastermind. Donald Trump, anybody who attaches himself and their business, their company, their integrity to Donald Trump is going to go down. You are going to file bankrupt. You're going to lose your money. You're going to lose your business.
Yeah, I mean, it's really come as quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left. Democrats were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring.
So now you want to talk about empathy? Last time I checked, this is what you had to say about empathy.
The mental weakness of Western civilization is empathy.
You see, it's not fun when it's happening to you, is it? Elon, listen. I want you to hold that L. Hold that L. This is karma. You're getting Amazon Prime karma. Some people have to wait, but you are such an important person that we had to deliver your karma same day. Elon. You will get no empathy. We want to see you go broke. We want to see the domino effect that you going broke is going to create, because you thought it was fun. You thought it was fun to make a whole bunch of people lose their jobs. Now it's time for you to lose your job. And maybe this time you will understand how it feels when people are messing up with your money.
Well, now you know, Elon, that the tolerant left is not the party of tolerating from fascists. It's the way that Elon Musk never expected the woke leftist snowflakes to fight back. Tell me how you're supposed to be a genius and you don't even understand your own customer base and the fact that Tesla's success depended on educated, tree-hugging, environmentally conscious, financially well-off radical leftists. You know, all the things that MAGA voters are not. Elon the genius couldn't even figure out that 1 + 1 = 2 before he arrogantly threw up his hate symbol, pledged allegiance to right-wing fascists, and then went on a mass firing spree, cutting government agencies and destroying thousands of lives in the process, thinking the people were just gonna take it lying down. And now he's on Fox News doing what colonizers do best after they've destroyed people's lives, gaslighting, crying his white tears, and playing the victim. In just 3 very short months, Tesla stock has lost nearly 50% of its value. And since Musk borrowed against Tesla stock to buy Twitter, there's a really good chance that Tesla could go bankrupt, taking Twitter down with it. Make Twitter great again. Even Tesla executives have recently dumped 100 million in stock. One of those executives is Elon Musk's own brother, Kimball Musk, who sold about 27 million worth of shares. Also, Tesla investors are now calling for Elon to step down as CEO. We did all of that in just 3 short months.
Okay, so I know I've been on his ass lately, and I'm not gonna stop. But tell me why the top investor for Tesla just issued Elon an ultimatum, telling him that he needs to step down as head of his own company. So Tesla's top investor's name is Ross Gerber, and Ross Gerber went on to say that Elon Musk has absolutely destroyed the reputation of Tesla amid his work with Donald Trump as the head of Dodge. He also stated that Elon needs to step down as the head of the company as its stock prices plunge amid the national, I would actually say global, boycott to Tesla. All right, so this is a direct quote from Mr. Gerber. He stated, "I think Tesla needs a new CEO, and I decided today that I'm going to start saying it." He went on to say, "It's time for somebody else to run Tesla." Do you know how bad it is for the top investor of a company to vocalize to the public that not only the current head has absolutely destroyed the reputation of the company, so it's going to make any people who want to buy the stocks while they're at an all-time low reconsider, but also vocalize to the public that he, as the top investor, has started selling off his shares.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. On this video we are talking about we are seeing a compilation of videos, people talking about, you know, the way Tesla stock they are going down, and that Elon Musk he's going to go bankrupt. They're doing boycott against Tesla, but what a lot of people they don't understand is if Tesla goes bankrupt, or the way that Tesla is losing money, the way Elon Musk is losing millions or billions of dollars, is not going to affect him only. It's affecting him because it's his money and he's losing a lot of money every single day. But a lot of people that, you know, they are working on this Tesla dealerships, and people they also are working on these gigafactories, how they call it, you know, assembling cars and all that, and it's going to be a domino effect. All these people they're going to be unemployed, and we are going to be in bigger problems than that we are right now. So you have to think about that. You know, it's not, you are not boycotting only Elon Musk. He's losing millions and millions of dollars, but at the end the poor people, that's the one that's going to be suffering the most. He might be suffering, he might be, you know, he might lose, you know, his company. They're gonna, you know, have to step down from his CEO position, but at the end the poor people is the only one that's going to suffer on this situation. Remember that. Millionaires, they always gonna, you know, continue, they're going to continue on the top, and poor people, those are the only ones that are going to suffer on this situation. So remember that.
Getting rid of it before it becomes a bigger loss. Yeah, The boycotts is working. The boycotts is definitely working.
Elon Musk might not care about other people, but decent Americans should. The world's richest man has been trying to drum up sympathy for himself lately. His sales are down, his stock is down. When you pull out a chainsaw to celebrate firing thousands of people, they get mad. It's just my God, I mean, poor guy. You do one, maybe two Nazi salutes, everybody gets all bent out of shape.
Not Elon saying that our biggest problem with modern society is empathy, that empathy is basically a virus that has infested and destroyed society. And then next thing you know, he's all sad and whining because there's a lack of empathy from the left. The party of love and tolerance isn't loving and tolerant to me. See, baby, I think you've gotten it twisted. We are not the party of love and tolerance of all. We are the party of love and tolerance for other people's love and tolerance. Meaning, if you're just trying to live your life and you're not hurting anybody, babe, pop off. Enjoy yourself. We are actually extremely intolerant of racism, linguicism, xenophobia, and more. Or at least that's what we're supposed to be. Calling out what we see as problematic does not make us unkind. It can be done in unkind ways, yes. But just calling out problematic behavior is not unkind. It's simply what we need to do in order to hopefully make improvements to our systems. I try to be nice, I try to be kind, I try to be patient. And actually, overall, I think I am a pretty kind, patient person. But I lose patience a lot with people who are arguing against what I believe should be human rights. My tolerance is for people who aren't hurting people and are just trying to live their lives. You know, immigrants who are here and working hard regardless of their documentation. People who are trying to learn English, but it takes a long time. People who just want to love who they love and not have the government police that. For women who have to make one of the most incredibly difficult decisions of their lives and just don't want to have the government involved in that. And the list goes on. So Elon, the left doesn't have patience, tolerance, and love for you because you just did everything possible to get the man who is the antithesis of those behaviors and those feelings into office. And now you are using that power that you essentially purchased to continue to try and enrich yourself. So where is the only way that those of us who are normal folks can get back at a billionaire like you? The bottom line.
I thought that the left was supposed to be the party of empathy and caring. Let me ask you all, do you realize why the left, the party of empathy and caring, dislikes Elon Musk? It's because his first act as shadow president was to block the very first spending bill in December, and the new bill that replaced it literally no longer included funding for childhood cancer research. It's that his next act was to dismantle USAID, which for only half of 1% of the budget delivers food and clean water to the impoverished, and does HIV prevention work where it's needed most. It's because his next act was to gut the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which exists solely to help Americans recover money from predatory financial institutions that have defrauded them. It's because his administration is demanding $880 billion in cuts to Medicaid and $230 billion in cuts to food stamps, which are final lifelines for these people who need it most. It's because veterans are getting fired by the thousands. It's because education funding is being slashed, healthcare is being cut, climate initiatives are being cut, and yet Musk himself is somehow benefiting more and more and more from these government contracts. So when Musk wonders why the party of empathy and caring doesn't like him, it is precisely because they are the party of empathy and caring.
Wait, the smartest and richest man in the world couldn't foresee his business crumbling, doing like the most ultimately evil things to people? You didn't think or foresee that there might be a reaction to your actions? Maybe you're not as smart as you really... I never thought you seemed. I just always thought you seemed like a crazy ass.
All right, guys. Let's say that Elon Musk, he goes bankrupt. He loses all his money. Let's say tomorrow. Do you think that's going to solve the problem? The problem that was going on? Whoever's in office right now is going to stay there for 4 years. So this is just the beginning. So I don't think Elon Musk is the problem. Like I said, maybe he is, because he's taking all these crazy decisions. But I think Trump is using him, and because he's being used, he's the one taking the blame, and he's the one losing his company. At the end, they're gonna fire him from his own company. So like he's called it, he called his baby. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this whole situation? Like, if he loses his money, he loses his company, do you think that's going to be the way, that's going to be the way, you know, to solve this, all this mess? Because like I said, if he loses his money, he end up bankrupt. At the end, the poor is the one that's going to be affected for, you know, always. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Leave a thumbs up and share this channel, share this video with other people, and see you guys in the next one. Thank you for your support.